health can do if it isn't tackled, isn't treated, then people can actually talk about it, and Sabina's going to tell a little bit more about that.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Perfect. Lovely, thank you. So, as Matteo said, we had a bit of an experience over the Christmas period, and that was around my sister's suicide due to mental health issues that she was suffering. There were very few signs leading up to what she did, and my family and I and friends have learned that it was because of the stigma around mental health issues, and she never felt that she could talk out about it, or really communicate what she was going through in her head. So this event is inspired around my sister, her mental health issues, and we're here to hopefully make a change, whether it be to one person or everyone in the room, either suffering from mental health or anyone that wants to advocate even further for mental health. So thank you for coming, really appreciate it, and if you've got any questions, feel free to find me or ask me. Thank you guys.
Hi everyone. So lovely to see you all. We've not had this kind of an intergenerational team before, and I'm very, very happy about it. We always have young people around, but not as many in comparison to the old people, the oldies. I just want to say how the moment Matteo talked to me about this thing, how in UPF we want to really help make things happen. So we partnered with Shout Out UK and especially Sabina's special situation, and we wanted to do this event. We're always happy to help. I'm hoping very much that through this gathering together, we will learn something. We have some lovely people, and we've got even Patti Boulou, who's wasn't even going to come, but she's really inspired because she teaches at the university as mentor, is it? Something special. visiting lecturer in Middlesex, are you? Is it? Am I right?
Yeah.
Anyway, the key point is that she's very interested in this topic, and she came, and I hope she said she'll be able to say a few words. And each and everyone here is important, because the topic is not about mental health people. We are all guilty of how we're behaving towards mental health. And we are all can do something about stopping the stigma and the taboo about mental health. Because 1 in 4 are diagnosed. The rest of us are also got levels of mental health, which is undisputable. I know for myself, I go crazy sometimes. My granddaughter says, "You're crazy, Grandma, but you're so nice." What I'm trying to say is, even stress gets you to become crazy. You know, it's, oh, what should I do? I can't do it. But so therefore, we have to learn how to deal with our friends who have mental health issues. We have to learn ourselves to acknowledge that we are also sufferers to a degree, and work together to help the people who are not able to express themselves. I hope somebody will take away, each one of us will take away something that we can do to alleviate this problem. Thank you very much. Look, I kind of randomly gave these things to people. Whoever doesn't have it can have it. Matteo has some and I have some. And now I was thinking, Matteo can start, yes? Matteo is the boss here, especially about hackathon. He really has such a good way of putting things together. So I want to invite him to guide us through the hackathon. But interspersed, there's going to be some talks. So we look forward to them. Some of them are amazingly amazing people here. Thank you so much.
So, as Margaret said, we're going to be doing a bit of a hackathon, and just to give you a bit of context, for those of you who don't know, I run a company called Shout Out UK, where we try and get more young people debating and discussing politics. And we do this through a political literacy course that we take into schools, but also using hackathons, this idea of getting young people or people in general to start looking at, thinking about the issues of why young people don't get involved in politics, or in this context, why we don't talk about mental health as much as we should. And sort of finding a way of, for us as a group, to be able to dissect that problem, look at the major barriers to discussing mental health, and then breaking those down to be able to better understand why we don't do it and what can we do to actually change that stigma. Because mental health, as both Sabina and Margaret spoke about, is a massive issue within our society, not just amongst people, but especially young people. We are sort of currently faced with a society which is pretty much dominated by social media and the internet, and we tend not to talk about our problems or talk about and discuss what is going on with our lives. And then if you go on social media, you go on the internet, and you only ever share the good sides of what goes on in your life. And with that, you sort of start to think to yourself, well, what, am I the only one that's having these problems? And that's of course not, but if that's all you see, then that's what you end up perpetuating in yourself, and that obviously ends up breeding a lot more issues with mental health, and that's something that we want to try and break that down. It's okay to talk about those issues that you're facing inside, and it's okay to start discussing these issues. But obviously there are a lot of stigmas around this. And to begin with the hackathon, all of you will have a massive sheet of white paper in the middle of your table, as well as some pens. So what I'd like to do, I know it's quite a nice day outside and everyone's quite positive, but let's start with a bit of negativity to begin with. So on your piece of paper, I would like you all to write down what are the major barriers to young people, or people in general, discussing mental health. And start thinking about why wouldn't we talk about this? Why do some people find it hard to talk about mental health? Is it, I don't know, cultural barriers? Is it something to do with the traditional view of how men are supposed to be with their emotions? Is it something else? Is it a societal thing? Or is it education? What are the major barriers as to why you, your friends, or people in general don't start talking about this? So on your sheets of paper, if you can write that down, and I'll give you a couple of minutes to start thinking up some barriers. Think really negatively to begin with. Alright? Yes, so the things in the paper. So I'd say maybe give the group fantastic. Perfect. How I know. That's perfect. You need that cross-generational thing. Do not have enough of it. Especially those who are such a generation. Okay. Oh, sorry. Excellent.
It's very, I don't know, yeah, so we're in a not too bad country. Yeah. Not too bad society. I'll explain that.
There needs to be a context, isn't there, to bring up? There aren't many contexts, you know, you go to disco, what do they do then? Where can you get the context to talk about? Safe space.
Because I know my sister had some problems and we were very unsure of how to go about it. Like, oh, is what you're saying true? Like, is that, you're not do I accept what you say? You will miss and say, yeah, that's good. You know what I mean? How to the language around how to
Look at all of that. I'm trying to persuade her. You think so? Having hallucinations. She really knew that she couldn't persuade her otherwise.
yeah, same as my sister. There was something on her foot. She thought was there, so it was there. Yeah, there was no
Spend hours with her, talking her down. And she'd say, yeah, actually, it's a dream, isn't it? It's like a dream. And then the next half an hour later,